Hey YouTube, USA Second Amendment here with a new gun picked up on Black Friday 2013. As you can tell by the bag in front of you, it's from Gander Mtn. Now, usually I don't like Gander Mtn. I think they're overpriced on pretty much almost everything. Some things they have decent prices on, and you can find good deals there. But you know, you can also get ripped off there, like paying $700 for a Glock. Anyway, so just, you know, do your research, know what you're buying or what you want before you go in there and look at their prices. Anyway, as you can tell by the title probably already, I did get a Mosin Nagant. There it is. I had seen an ad in their you know, Black Friday in their Black Friday deals, you know, for hold on. Okay. No. All right. Anyway, sorry. I've seen I saw an ad in their Black Friday deals. It was a really small part of the ad that actually mentioned the Mosin Nagant, and you know, it said $129, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't really think much of it. My wife and I were driving back from Thanksgiving, and there was a Gander Mtn on the side of the interstate, so we're like, hey, let's stop in and look, not really at Mosin Nagants, but look at handguns for her. And I went down and to the other side, and they had a sign up, you know, Mosin Nagants for $130, and that was after a $20 mail-in rebate. So really, I paid $150, but then you get a $20 mail-in rebate, so it makes it like you're paying $130. Anyway, I went down and they had one on display that was really nice. The wood on the one on display was just really nice wood. This is really nice also, but the one on display had really nice grain and a lot of I guess character to it. But anyway, so I you know, mentioned to the guy back there, I was like, you wouldn't happen to have any Hex receivers, would you? And he goes, well, actually, yeah. So he pulled out one, and that was the only one behind the counter, and I said, you know, do you have any more in the back? And he said, yeah, I think we got a few more in the back. I said, would you mind, you know, pulling them out? At this time, there was another guy there looking at a Mosin, and to make a long story short, I talked to him a little bit and convinced him to buy one and to get the a Hex Receiver. For those of you that don't know what the Hex Receiver is, that is a Hex Receiver right here. So these were made, mine was made in 1933. All of the Hex Receivers, see how it's squared off here, were made before the war. So there's a lot more detail or tight tolerances put into these rifles than the ones made during the war. Because obviously during the war they just wanted to, you know, get them made and out the door as quick and as efficient as possible. Now, keep in mind, this is a $150 rifle. It is not a $900 rifle. But anyway, so that guy, I convinced him, and then I walked out of the store because this is something that's actually on my Christmas list, and I'm thinking that somebody's going to get it for me, so I didn't want to buy one if somebody was going to get it for me. Well, my wife convinced me to go back in and buy it anyway because I have never in person seen a Hex Receiver. I've seen round receivers at gun shows and gun stores and all that, but I've never in person seen a Hex Receiver, much less like, you know, 2 or 3 to choose from. So I went back in, and as I was doing that, the guy that I talked to that convinced him to buy it, he had picked his out, so there were 2 left. As I'm looking at those, and as the guy was going in the back to get another one out for me, another guy walks up, and I start telling him about the Hex Receiver and all that. And anyway, long story short, I convinced him to buy one. So including the one I bought, I sold Gander Mtn 3 Mosin Nagants. I sold it for him basically in about 45 minutes. So yeah, so I was thinking they were going to give me something, but they didn't, and it's okay. I got what I wanted, and I'm happy. So real quick to give you an overview of this, there's a million videos on YouTube, so I'm not going to like field strip this in front of you or take the bolt out or anything like that. But some things to look for when buying a Mosin Nagant. One, obviously, is the wood. So this wood is very, very nice. Not a lot of dings, dents, scratches. Up here is really nice. I really like the grain up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, right there. I love that. No, like I said, it's very minimal wear. Another thing to look for is pitting. Pitting is the start of rust. On one of the hex receivers that I passed up, there was a lot of pitting up here. Not that it's a huge deal, but this one didn't really have a lot of pitting. It does have a little bit of pitting back here, a little bit on the bolt, but nothing that's going to really affect it. Another thing I did in the store is I took out the bolts of all of them and stuck them up, to the light and looked down the bore and looked at the rifling. All three rifles, all three of the hex receivers had excellent rifling. Also, I want to point out, this is how they handed it to me from the back. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm doing this, and there's, here, there's no cosmoline. Let me rephrase that. There is cosmoline on this rifle. It's down in the nooks and crannies, and, right in there. You can see some right in there. So there is cosmoline on the rifle, obviously, but it's not like caked in it. I think Gander Mtn or whoever got them the rifles did a good job of wiping them down, so to speak, so that when they hand them to you in the store and you're holding and manipulating the rifle, your hands don't get caked with cosmoline. Now, I will say this rifle, or coming from Gander Mtn, it comes with the rifle and the bayonet. That's it. It does not come with the oil cans or the pouches or the sling or anything like that. I was okay with that simply because they had that hex receiver, and after that mail-in rebate, I'm paying 130 bucks. I can tell you a website right now, I'm not going to say it, but a very good website actually that you can get quality stuff from, and I was actually thinking about ordering from them until I found this. And they're charging, anywhere from $180 to $200 for a hex receiver. And Gander Mtn, whether you got a hex receiver or whether you got a round receiver, was charging the same price. And that's why I think why I jumped on it. And my wife really pushed me to jump on it, even though I wasn't going to get it initially. But now I'm very glad I did. So next part will be disassembly. I'm not going to do that, like I said, on video or camera. Disassembly, removing the cosmoline. If you guys want to know how to remove cosmoline, there's a lot of good videos on YouTube for how to remove it. So look those up. Just type in cosmoline removal or Mosin Nagant cosmoline removal or anything like that. You'll pull up great videos. I'm going to do the boiling water method. I'm going to disassemble everything, take all the metal parts, and pour boiling water over them basically in a tub and let them sit for a little bit. And I've seen other guys do that on YouTube, and the cosmoline just melts off of it. Far as the wood stock, it's winter now, so the whole put a trash bag and put it in a trash bag and let it sweat out in your yard in the sun is not going to work so well for me right now, considering it's 30 degrees outside. So I think what I'm going to do is boil a pot of water and hold the stock over it and let it steam. Just let the steam just come up onto the stock and see if I can sweat some of the cosmoline out that way. The stock, you can definitely tell, has cosmoline down in it because of that slick, just the feeling you get from it. But it's not caked on there. Like I said, I can do this and I don't have cosmoline all on my hands, but I have that little bit of I guess greasy type feeling from it. So yeah, so anyway guys, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, don't usually buy from Gander Mtn, but in this case I highly recommend them. I don't know if every Gander Mtn got one of these or got crates. The Gander Mtn that I bought this from was in North Carolina, and they said they had gotten 3 crates of them. My gun came out of the 2nd crate. They had already sold an entire crate. This is just on Black Friday. Already sold an entire crate, and there were only, I think, 2 or 3 rifles left in the 2nd crate, and then they were getting ready to bust open the 3rd crate. So, and just so you guys know, I didn't get there early. In fact, we didn't stop in this Gander Mountain until about 6:30 at night. So, if that just gives you an idea, they still had this there. The rifling, the bore, I might have mentioned that earlier, was very good. Always check that. Always check that. Very good rifling still in the barrel itself. Just very pronounced, very sharp looking, almost steel chrome lined looking rifling. So very nice there. It has been shot. I know that for a fact. On the end of the barrel where it comes out, the rifling down there, you can tell has a little bit of wear on it. But obviously it's a used gun, so it's $130. So I think something that I'm going to add is they have a mount that replaces these 2 pins right here, and you can mount a rail up here, and then you can mount a like a pistol type scope or a high eye relief scope, or something like that. So I think I might do that. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. Like I said, check them out if you have a Gander Mountain near you. Go check them out. Even their regular price for them, if you can get a Hex Receiver out of it, is comparable to everybody else. And then you don't have to pay shipping, and you don't have to pay a transfer fee. So anyway, just an idea. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. And thank you for watching.